Hello, beautiful soul. Welcome to your weekly astrology this week. We have a full moon in loving, open and unifying Aquarius. However, there is a bit of a T-square with a square to Uranus, and also Mercury is opposing Saturn. What does that mean? Well, you are on a quest for freedom and equality. How can you do that without disruption? Perhaps you can't, but here's how to handle it. Here's your weekly astrology. Hey, fabulous Pisces. You wonderful, beautiful, divine and fabulous soul. This week we have a full moon. You're quite in tune with the full moons. You're a water sign. Your emotions and your intuitions are stirred. And this one is super powerful when it comes to your intuition and your psychic senses. But it's, even though it's in Aquarius, so it's one step removed from you, but you have this sense of maybe being a bit paranoid, a bit oversensitive, leaping to conclusions because you have a feeling. And feelings are not necessarily facts, and intuitions are not necessarily correct. We can sometimes tag a story onto an intuition. You know, we feel something, spot on, accurate, psychic, yeah, but then we kind of run with the ball and we create and wrap a story around it, which is an illusion. Be very careful of that. Certainly for the first 3 days of this week, well, I would say from the 3rd to the 5th, you're a bit ungrounded in what you're feeling. And there is a T-square to Uranus. So there may be some surprising information coming to you. And you're like, I know what that means. But you might not have the full picture. Mercury is also being a pain in the bum and opposing retrograde Saturn. You're feeling very jolly and very optimistic at the moment, which is great. But you might feel that you're forced to do something connected to a group of people. But you know, this feeling will pass. You don't like to be hedged in. You're actually quite a free spirit. And at the moment, yes, you should be committed to your own happiness. But look at who you're working with, who you're dealing with, what you're putting online, what you're consuming online, because Saturn is urging you to be responsible, whatever that means to you. Now, Mercury is moving out of your super jolly space on the 5th. So feel positive and optimistic and really sort of milk the juice out of that fabulous transit position, because Mercury is conjunct VESTA. So, you know, really feel yourself feeling secure and in your power. Mercury moves into your health and well-being zone. You may be talking about changing your habits, your patterns, and which in turn, you know, when we change a very small pattern or we shift our daily routine, we can get great big rewards. Also, then the good news, even more good news, Venus is entering your house of love, optimism, and just, you know, connections, romance and playfulness and laughter. So there's a lot of good vibes coming to you with Venus there. Let's see what the tarot has to say, my darlings. Okay, the first card, you've got the Knight of Swords. You might be annoyed with someone, and it takes a lot for you to really express your anger if you're a typical Pisces. But, you know, you're going for it. You are speaking your mind and speaking your truth. It may not be Page of Swords that, and then the King of Cups. It may not be, it might involve children as well, that you feel understood straight away. But whatever this kind of situation is, to do with a load of people, could actually be that Mercury opposing Saturn vibe. You have the courage to say what you think. Make sure what you're saying is based in factual information and not moon emotions. You might feel under pressure, but you'll be glad that you did it. You're strong at the moment, and you're cutting off some of your emotions because you may have feel that someone has taken advantage of those emotions. Queen of Swords, 5 of Swords. If I would say in this instance, if you feel that someone is doing you wrong, I would trust that. And then you'll be able to handle it because you've got the Ace of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune. So you're taking your power back. And there's somebody you're destined to connect to as well that is riding towards you. But you may have a choice between two people. I could go on all day with this. This reading is pretty packed. But, you know, final card is the Strength card. You have the strength to deal with all of this. You are extremely powerful this week. Use it wisely. Take care, gorgeous. Come visit me on Instagram. Sending you so much love. Hi, gorgeous. Before you go, check out my new film on my fabulous psychics. A lot of people ask me for readings. I don't do them anymore, but For over 20 years, I've had an award-winning team of psychics that I truly hand-pick. So check out the film, let me know what you think.
The purpose of a reading, I feel, is very much to inspire people and to empower people.
It's about hope. It's about guidance.
Using a phone or being with you, it will be the same because the matter is spiritual.
It's very important for me that the client feels spirit with them. So it was a psychic reading.
I don't remember the readings right after because it's not myself giving that, it's actually coming from spirit.
And it is a bit like a three-way conversation. I've got the person on the phone, I've got me, and I've got another voice that's telling me things.
I even shock myself, things that I come up with, and I think, how did I get that?
I'm channeling messages only for one purpose, to help people.
It's been able to help somebody have a map back to where they've got lost from.
My priority is to connect to your truth and have the best life that you can have.
I think in my readings people feel a sense of a safe space where they can really be themselves, let go.
You need a feeling of being understood because reading should be empowering.
I will make sure when the reading is finished that you're happy with everything.
I couldn't do anything else. It's part of who I am. It's what I came here for, obviously.
And when they come back and tell you they've got their dream job or the love of their life, that really makes me feel like I'm valued.
I love to hear a sigh of relief. A lot of weight has been lifted off their shoulders.
We have the answers that we are looking for within ourselves. I know I have the tools to help you.
Everything begins and ends with you.